Hi, greetings to you wherever you are listening to me from across the world. My name is Kingsley and I would like to welcome you to my channel. So apparently today we'll be discussing about a book with the title Effective Public Speaking. It was actually written by one of my mentors, Dale Carnegie. Indeed, I've learned a lot, and the full is power-packed. It's full of nuggets, and we'll be discussing about 6 key points I've actually learned while studying the books. However, before we go into that, let's talk a bit about who Dale Carnegie is. Maybe just a bit about his life, where he grew up, and so on. So Dale was actually born in November 24th, 1888 in Missouri. He's an American citizen. He was a writer, a prolific writer. He was also a lecturer, a trainer, and a speaker. I mean a speaker. He's not just a speaker, right? He's an effective one, as a matter of fact. Although he was born into a poor family, but Dale didn't allow that sort of disadvantage to deter him from achieving his dream of becoming an effective public speaker. He has actually written quite a number of books, including How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, which he wrote in 1948, Lincoln the Unknown. It was written in 1932, Little Known Fact About Well-Known People, and How to Win Friends and Influence People. It was written in 1936. And apparently this is, aside this effective public speaking, How to Win Friends and Influence People is actually one of my favorite because it's also power pack. So enough of this, let's deep dive into the 6 points I've actually learned. Well, 6 great nuggets, and I feel, instead of keeping it to myself, I decided to put it on my YouTube channel. Maybe it could actually help you guys to want to also get a copy of that book. Thank you. Okay, so with that being said, let's deep dive into that. So the first on our list is you've got to be confident during speaking, and that can only be experienced or gotten through adequate preparation. Apparently, Dale gave his own perspective or idea on how to build confidence while preparing. So he made mention of looking into your personal background, maybe your early years of upbringing, early struggles to get ahead, hobbies and recreation, unusual experiences, beliefs and convictions. So with these particular ways, one could actually be non-stop when it comes to building confidence on the stage or before a particular event. So the second on our list is you must enjoy what you're talking about or discussing about. You shouldn't just wake up and maybe you love politics and you decided to talk about family. One, you stutter while on the stage, and it will definitely be to your advantage. He also made a 4 valid point while in that particular book. So the first is limit your subject. You shouldn't be so generic. You shouldn't just instead of going north, you decided to go west, or you decided to take over all. So you've got to limit your subject. Develop a reserve power. You've got to ask yourself some key question about that particular topic you are going to or talking about. Feel your thoughts. The third one is filling your thought with illustrations and examples. This is paramount. This is inevitable to some extent. If we who desire to be an effective public speaker want to get the attention of our audience. So the next on the list is use concrete, familiar words that create adequate picture, which is almost similar to the third valid point. So moving to the next point on our list is tailor your talk pictorial. Let every of your key points be accompanied with pictorial examples, which is very, very important. Talk about what you know about, talk about what you believe, and I think by that you will not just be a public speaker but an effective and influential public speaker. So the fourth on our list is engage your audience as partners. in an enterprise, not just a mere receiver. So in this case, partner simply mean asking questions, trying to engage with them, trying to be empathetic by literally understanding and showing them that you appreciate their presence while they are listening to you. It's also pivotal for you if we truly want to be an effective public speaker. So the fifth on our list is you've got to prepare to talk so as to inform appropriately. This has to do with maybe using statistics. I mean, to be an effective public speaker, you shouldn't just be quoting numbers at the top of your head. You've got to prepare, you've got to do research. Know the next is know your source. Know your source, because this is important. Once you decide to really have a hold on your source, one, I believe, would definitely be an effective public speaker. So the last on our list is stay prepared in order to make an impromptu talks. So this is important. This usually applies to maybe you get to an event or maybe a professional gathering, and a lot of people believe you to be someone that always gives maybe advice on some things or so. So it's imperative to build on that, because as a professional you could actually be called upon to give a speech or to say one or two things regarding what we do, how we do things, how we say it also matters. So I think, just in the form of a recap on the 6 key points I've actually learned while studying the book. The first is you've got to be confident during speaking. The second is make sure you enjoy what you're saying. The third is tailor your talk pictorial. Let every of your key points be accompanied with pictorial examples. The fourth on the list is to engage your audience as partner in an enterprise, not just a mere receivers, right? The fifth is you've got to prepare to talk so as to inform. And the sixth is stay prepared in order to make an impromptu talks. So I believe with these 6 key points that I personally was able to deduce from this particular book, Effective Public Speaking, it will also energize you to maybe get a copy. It could be a hard copy, or it could be an e-copy, whichever one works for you, it's fine. And thank you for your time.